what I was actually interested in, and is when you made that remark about spaceship Earth and that there's no passengers, there's only crew. I think the moment that you realize that you're only crew, ideally something changes in terms of your mindset and how you look at what it is that we're doing and the ugliness that is spreading.
Yeah.
Is that what you took home?
Yeah. It's funny, at nighttime, during the daytime it's very bright and you can see this beautiful planet, but at nighttime, if you let your eyes adjust and you look out, there are billions of stars out there. Like you can't imagine. And when you think about us down here on Earth and this group of people, like we're all human beings, and what the hell are we doing fighting each other? Like I remember looking at, I was flying over with my Russian crewmates in January of 2015 during the Ukraine Civil War, and we were looking in the Russian and the service module out this window, and you think, and there's this notion that, astronauts don't see borders. There's no borders in space. Let's just all hold hands and sing Kumbaya. Okay, that's sort of true for some places, but North Korea is a line, and South Korea is this vibrant, booming economy. China is this booming economy. North Korea is a black hole.
Did you talk to your Russian astronauts about this?
Of course.
Yeah.
When I was commander, so some crews are different. Some crews are more American, Russian. My goal was that we're one crew. We're not going to be the Americans and the Russians and the Europeans. So every night I would take my dinner, put it in a Ziploc bag, float down the Russian segment, and have dinner with these guys. And my favorite part of being in space was hanging out with the Russian crewmates during sanctions, during all this really, if you haven't checked Twitter in the last 5 years, it's been a rough time between the West and Russia. And at the end of the day, these guys are awesome. So that's why I think that even as artists in general, you can kind of show everybody loves art. It doesn't matter what color you are, right? Art is beautiful. It's a way to unite things. Exploration is a way to unite people.
Terry talking, second Sanford nodding.
What can we do?
What's your take on this? Please help us, artists. Can art be an agent of change?
I think it can. It's not necessarily that one specific piece changes things for everybody, but one specific piece can change things for one person. That one person can influence the people around them. And so it's a slower process. Everything doesn't have to be this grand, fantastic spectacle. Some things happen slowly through osmosis and makes a change. And I was thinking about what you're saying, and I actually have a question. I was wondering if you experienced some type of cultural reverse culture shock, you and your colleagues from other nations.
Yes. It just was such a profound thing that our lives are so cluttered by noise. And it's really hard, especially now that we have these iPhones that we all have. It's just hard to disconnect. And I think art lets you do that. Art lets you see beauty.
It's will take you outside of yourself.
Right. Yes, absolutely.
To focusing inside of yourself.
Zach, as the BMW Art Journey artist, you talk about all the noise. You're like Polynesia, traveling from island to island, Pacific Ocean, without a sextant, without a compass, hundreds, thousands of years of silence. There were wave movements, there were cloud formations, there were stars by which, people could gather on how to get from A to B, not knowing exactly what B would actually, bring about.
Right.
But so there was silence.
So then, ecologically, that birds were going somewhere.
The birds too. How did you find that out?
It's somewhat common knowledge within the Pacific Islands. The birds were kind of used as a homing beacon or a guide in some kind of form. You go out fishing, and then you can see a bird that's kind of homing to land, because birds, a lot of seabirds, go out and fish for the day. But there are more longer migrations of birds that are really flying between major bodies of the Earth. I feel like this tuning into the ecological movements of the Earth and those kind of being a key to really what we're dependent on. The Arctic Tern, who knows how long it's going to continue this kind of migration flight between the Northern Arctic and Antarctica, when that kind of starts to get longer and longer, and those breeding grounds are not available.
Because one of the problems that is leading us down the path that we're on right now is that we've turned away from allowing ourselves to be awed by nature and the place we inhabit, and becoming more insular and more internal. it's the opposite direction of where we want to be.
Yeah.
Right. And I like the metaphor you use for the spaceship Earth and us being crew.
Mm-hmm.
That it's really up to us to maintain this vessel that we're all within.
Right.
And
to be
within
crew,
that,
not just passenger.
to be crew, not just passenger.
Yeah.
And also humanity. We are also crew for humanity. If we're not working together, then we're working against each other.